Hey guys, Blue Six here, and today I'm going to do a really cool unboxing video. Now, I've never done these in the past, mainly because I'm really impatient, and so as soon as I get a box I just want to open it really. So today we're going to do an opening of the Wild Unknown Tarot. Comes with a guide. Now I bought this in a local shop for about £22. Amazon do it for about 20, 25 depending. So yeah, nice box, all in its nice new wrapper. According to this, it's also New York Times bestseller. That's a good thing. I don't read New York Times, but then, no many people do, to be honest. Now on the back here it says, welcome to the Wild Unknown Tarot. You will find within, and then it's got all the bits. So you've got a nice opening box, guide, a little box of tarot to go in as well, and obviously display the tarot. Now on the back it says, just describes what's inside really. The illustrations and it's got 200 pages in the guide, so that's pretty cool. And you've got a nice little look of some of the cards inside. A nice little bit at the bottom saying that the Wild Unknown Tarot is a modern tarot classic. The magical journey throughout self-discovery, illuminated by symbols, and I'm going to stop reading because I'm dyslexic, so you know, just going to turn it back. Right, so let's open this bad boy. Okay, so very exciting. I've done this before. In there. Okay, so this turned out to be a nice little sleeve, not the part of the main box. So let's just open that out. Oh, and of course it's got the illustrator there. So it's a nice little box. I say little, it's about, I don't know measurements, but yeah, so it's a good size there. Okay. Yes, that's a good size. So let's see what's inside, shall we? This way. Okay, so we've got that. That is a pretty nice looking book. I have to smell pages. It's the new book smell. So that's also quite a thick book. I mean, considering the size of the box, this is quite relatively thick book. But then on the back it said it was 200 pages. So that's a nice little illustration there. So it says for Arjane. It says for Arjane, my forever chariot, and I think that's quite sweet. Don't actually know who that is, but actually it'll probably cover it in. Oh, it's a dedication. So it's got it divided up into the major and minor arcana. Now, arcana is the Greek Latin word for secret, because tarot cards aren't cool enough, they need to have a bit of Latin thrown in there. So let's have another quick look. So it's a nice little font. Sometimes you get fancy fonts that are illegible. So these are, that's nice bit of font there. I'm not going to go into detail with the book, but it's got a couple of card readings, so it shows you a nice couple of card readings in there. Oh, and a nice beginner how to do. But yeah, so they look quite nice. Card of the day, etc. So move on from that. So actually, let's put that there for the moment. Right, so now I've actually got the little box itself, which is a nice magnet cover. So in here it says, may you always be on the inner quest. So, yeah, that's quite a nice little statement there. So we've got the cards themselves. Oh, okay. That's not quite what I was hoping would happen. So you've got the nice little cord there with the infinity symbol there. That's on top of a few of the nice classic cards. So I'll just use that for a minute. Symbols on the back, which I believe would be the coins, the swords, the wands, and the chalices. Now this is pretty cool as well, because sometimes when you get other boxes of this sort of size, when you get your tarot, you just get like a flimsy cardboard box. This one's actually quite sturdy, so if you're a collector like myself, you may not even need to worry about having a little case for this or a little pouch. It comes with a solid, that's a pretty solid box there. Right, so got a little message inside there. Do a quick read saying, welcome to the Wild Unknown Tarot. You'll find no wrongs or rights inside this box. Only mirrors for reflections. Open your mind, draw a card, and have fun on your journey. And I think that's quite nice. So it's a nice bit of font there. Once again, very legible, because as I said, I've come across cards where the writing is almost impossible to read. Right, so once again, you've got that on the back there. Got nice dots of stars. So once again, I always appreciate these. So it looks like it's starting with the wands, but we'll check the back as well. That's a nice little back there as well. And kind of nice little pattern, kind of crocodile skin, reptile skin. So give me sort of pattern. So it looks like we're starting with the Ace of Wands. So I think looks quite nice in that. So before I continue with the rest, the cardstock itself feels nice, it's smooth. It doesn't feel too thin. Sometimes you can get decks where the cards feels a little bit too thin, but these feel okay. These feel okay. So two of wands there, which looks very nice indeed. I feel. I always have the habit of trying to keep it in order. Right, so straight away, it feels like it's the kind of basic designs. I mean, the patterns themselves. I mean, that's the four of wands, and that looks amazing. But it does look like it's one of those. I mean, so far I've not actually really looked into these so far, but it looks like these are going to be kind of tricky to method read. I mean, already I'd say these probably wouldn't be for beginners. So I've got nice 5 there. Okay, so these are amazing. This is amazing artwork, really is. So, so these would definitely not be for beginners. Although I'm actually just quite an interesting one for the 9 there. Oops, I dropped there. That's very grim. That's very grimdark. Kind of cool though. Nice to check out the quartz. So let's quickly check out this. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so this their family member. So this is the daughter of wands, the son, the mother. I like that one with the clutching eggs there. The father. Of course, the father's a cobra. Why wouldn't it be? Well, then I guess that explains the background on this. So, got the chalices next. That one's quite nice, actually. Yeah, okay. I definitely would say these are for beginners, but these are far from just the standard. Here's 1 cup. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. There is a bit more detail to it. So these are kind of somewhere in the middle. I would say between the classic styles and then what came after riders. So there's not a lot of going on in the picture. There's not a lot in the picture rather. There seems to be a lot going on in it. So. And some of the contrast and the fact that some of these are nice, some of these are really black and white, some of them are nice. I mean, that one's quite nice. 6 there. So really cool. In fact, most of these cards being black and white, obviously, if I look for any colour they're adding, just really makes it pop. I mean, like this one, for example, the nice 9 here, and you know, if it was all black and white, yeah, it wouldn't have as much impact, but I mean, it can have nice grain detail to it. But I think the limited use of colour makes it work better than if it was all vibrant colours, because there's a nice juxtaposition there. So we've got the daughter cups, so it looks like these are swans. That's pretty cool. That's quite nice there. Don't get too many black swans. Weird film that was. Right, so next is the swords. And I like the fact not only is the fact it's got the infinity symbol, but it's nice colour, nice rainbow colours, and looks like an Ouroboros. You know, the snake eating its own tail. Yeah, nice. Look at the sun there. These are really cool. This was a good purchase. Already, I'd say if you're a collector and a user, I'd say definitely get these. Oh, I like the take on that one, because it's traditionally 3 swords through a heart, and these ones kind of quite nice, more bound rather than piercing. Oh, it's lovely. Look at that. Nice little shape there. Nice little lamb. Oh, that one's quite cool. The 5 of swords. Kind of an interesting take on the classic there. So that's 6. That's interesting. That does look quite interesting. I've got this cool little fox there. So something for you animal lovers. Foxes are pretty cool. I do quite like them myself. Not my favourite. My favourite, quite nice. Oh, I like that. Nice little monarch butterfly there. Probably one day I might do a video talking about some of the oracle cards, and one pack of oracle cards I have are the butterfly tarot, butterfly oracle, and they look amazing. Now that looks weird, creepy, and amazing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. A nice 10 of swords. 10 of swords, never really the most pleasant of cards. Okay, so we're going for owls for the quartz here. So nice little colour there to emphasise the stars. Ooh, I like that one. That's really cool. That does look very aggressive for the take of the Knight of Swords there. Mother of Swords there. Looks quite very, yeah, kind of. But so he looks extreme. There you go, the father of swords. He looks like he's not going to take anyone's shit. Okay, so we've got the pentacles now. So it's interesting being wood. Nice another butterfly. Once again, the blackscape with just a hint of colour makes most of these look amazing. So what we've got there. That's quite an interesting take. That mountain? That doesn't look. Yeah, mountains. It looks like, I'd say, the mountains or something covered by sheep. But you know, I've yet to read the book. I won't read the book through this thing now. But for there, it's quite nice and intricate. Oh, that looks amazing. Artwork on that is stunning. You can't go wrong with roses. That one's quite an interesting one. I do like what they've done with the 7 here. Is that 7? No, it's 6. My apologies. But yeah, it looks quite nice. Some blossoming finances, as it were. That's kind of a standard, I guess. Once again, if I just had that as a come out, that would be kind of tricky, depending on the position it's on. Oh, that one looks cool. That one looks really good. Nice little spider web. So yeah, so my feathers. So that I'd probably see that and say that's probably more for financial savings. You know, you've put money aside and made sure it's in a safe, secure place. So I've got a nice 10 there. That's pretty cool. So what are the animals here? Oh, deer. So that looks pretty cool. That's the Daughter of Pentacles. The sun. Sun looks quite sad in that, or pensive. The mother looks quite nice. Nice U there. I think that's for goats. Oh, that looks really cool. With once again, anything with rainbows is kind of catching my eye at the moment. That's really nice. And so we start, and then we've got the majors. Now with most tarot decks, they put the majors first and the minors second, but this one's always put the minors first. But that's the Fool. I do like this. The Fool is my favourite card of any deck. The Magician there, looks really cool. Nice leopard. Also, because usually with the Magician they have the infinity symbol somewhere, and it's nice they've got it on their chest there. That look pretty cool. All the items around for them. The High Priestess being, what's it? Yeah, High Priestess. Don't know if they've changed any of the names on these. Yeah, so you've got the High Priestess there. She looks really nice. And you know, you can't be, it's very hard to get more majestic than a tiger. Tigers are a beautiful creature. That one's very nice. So we now have the Empress as a tree of wisdom. I think that's pretty cool. We've got the moon there turning to more instinct instinct and intuition. Ah, okay, the Emperor. That's a nice. I don't know my trees. I don't know my trees at all. I was going to start quoting Monty Python's sketch involving the larch, but yeah, that's actually a very good juxtaposition for the Emperor and Empress. I think that's really nice. I just like how they've done the sun there, not making it shine out too brightly. It does look good. So we've got the Hermit there. Not the Hermit, the Hierophant. So I think that's quite interesting as well, because it's usually a priest. So it's usually a priest or the interpretation of the Pope. So you've still got the key there. That's usually in most Hierophants, either they're holding the key or it's imprinted on the carpet. It's nice that they're holding onto the key like it's a perch. I do like the strike of lightning, but then that feels like there's a bit more of a struggle going on rather than the traditional. And that's what's got here. So we've got the Lovers. And that's lovely. Nice, bright, and positive. Because you always want positive lovers. Okay, so this one is the Chariot. Now that is a magnificent picture. That does look really good, really amazing. Because that's, yeah, you've done good. They didn't. I'm glad they didn't really add colour to the main picture for that one. So we've got Judgment. Is that a? Yeah, it's two cats. I couldn't tell if it was a cat and a fox, but two cats there. Day and night, and also the fact that the kind of towers are kind of wrapped around each other, or one's resting on the other. So that looks lovely. So it's kind of night and day, black and white, but they're still part of the same system. That's pretty cool. So you've got the Hermit. That looks pretty cool. That's a nice. I'm going to be saying this a lot through the rest of these cards. I really like this one. And it's just kind of, it's still got the guiding light, but it's just retreating away as a turtle or a tortoise, depending. Ooh, now that is an intricate looking picture there. If I can look at it just properly. But yeah, that is really nice. Not a nice bit of detail there with the webs. Why I say webs? Webs, vines. So it's one of those things. You wouldn't be able to tell if that's. You wouldn't tell if that's something like completely man-made, or man, like someone put the sticks together and all of this just kind of grew around it. You've got the night and day at the bottom, night and day there. So that does look really cool. Now usually there's a lot more detail of what goes on around it, but there's plenty there. So I would still say these wouldn't necessarily be for beginners, but if you were starting out, I'd probably say this would be like deck 5 or something really. As soon as you get really used to it, this would be something a bit more, a deck for an intermediary. So you want to get something a bit more challenging, I guess. Now, the strength there is the traditional lion with the infinity symbol there. I love the rose and the positivity from the sun. So that does look really good. So we've got the Hanged Man being a fruit bat, and I just love the little glowing. I think it's supposed to be a fruit bat. Once again, I don't really know animals that well, but yeah, that's quite nice. Once again, just the touch of colour in the eyes there do look good. So now we have the Death card. every time I get a pack of cards or show someone a pack of cards or even talk about them really, the first thing is everyone's like, oh, is there a death card in there? In fact, a friend just the other day, I showed her a really nice pack of Oracle cards, really nice and beautiful. She went to order them and then went, oh, is a death card in this pack? To which I had to go, no, it's Oracle. Oracle don't have death cards. Not traditionally anyway. Yeah, so this death card I think does look really cool. Does work with the whole animal theme there. Considering, yeah, most of these major, all the cards are animals in this, so I think that kind of works with that, because there's nothing, you know, it being crow skeleton kind of works with that. You know, I don't think it would work with other skeletons. Crow seems to be more iconic in that regard. Proper iconic, not Ubisoft iconic. All you video gamers would know what I'm talking about. Temperance looks quite interesting. I'm not sure if compared with the others, I'm not sure if I like the amount of colour that's in this one, but it does kind of stand out in that regard because the pelican, that's the one, because the pelican is black and white instead of black and white on a colour background, as you can obviously see. Yeah, it does look interesting, but it does kind of jump out compared to the rest. So you've got the devil there, and traditionally with the goat head. So of course, why not make it a goat? These little flaming hooves there. That does look, I would say it's kind of typical. If you're going to have an animal, it's either going to be, for the devil, it's either going to be a goat or just something monstrous looking. So you've got the tower. I'm sorry, because the screen's not so great on my camera there. So yeah, that's kind of reminiscent of the tower, because obviously the tower is usually traditionally a tall structure like a tower. In one pack I've got, it was a lighthouse, usually being struck by lightning or fire. So yeah, considering it's an animal kingdom, lightning striking a tree would make sense in this regard. Oh wow, the start, that is beautiful. I think I've got one of my favourite cards in this pack now. I'm going to do one day I'm going to be doing a top 5 video. That's going to be a whole thing. But yeah, this would definitely be my top 5 for this deck. That does look lovely. The moon, kind of nice. It works, once again, it works within the themes of the deck. I think that looks quite nice. Not as nice as I thought it would be, but you know, I'm not disappointed with that. I just kind of wouldn't expect less. That is a blinding sun, no pun intended. That just screams out the meaning of the sun, of the sun card, just brightness, light, positivity, just all in your face. Judgment, being a dove through a flock of crows or bats. What are they? I'd probably just say, but just blackbirds in general. That's a nice way of doing that. I do like that. Really cool. And last, the Wheel of Fortune, the world. Sorry, just it being a circle did kind of throw me off there. But yeah, so you got what's on the front of the box there. So that's quite nice. It's always good to kind of keep your cards in theme, really. So that does look quite nice with this bits of colour here and there, and it being in the universe. Once again, it's kind of got the Ouroboros sort of motif there as well. So I think that's really cool. So yeah, so what we've got we have a really nicely artistic style deck in a really fair box, because even some of the other boxes that are designed like this, I don't quite know the name of the style of box, but even those boxes like that don't have this pull string. If you want to make tarot cards and you want to have a box like this, please have a pull string. It makes life so much easier. Yeah, so this deck is done by Kim Kranz. Once again, do apologise, but dyslexic, so there you go. I do tend to buy what looks lovely and then worry about the rest of it later. So once again, I hope you like this video. Once again, like, share and subscribe, because YouTube is kind of being weird with videos like this, well, videos in general. So if you do like this video, like, share and subscribe. Spread the tapes around so more people will be able to watch it. And so I'll leave you with this little message at the box again saying, may you always be on the inner quest. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.